Okay, guys, I'm so excited. Welcome to another edition of Talk Time and Show Time here on Artified Optimist. Let's quickly get on to the discussion. In our last post, we talked about performance rights, and we took a good look at one of the performing rights organizations in Nigeria. We took a look at MCSN. So just like I promised you guys in my previous video, today we're going to be dissecting the other PRO in Nigeria known as COSON. Okay, so COSON is the Copyright Society of Nigeria, and let's quickly get onto it. The decision to set up COSON is a result of a broad-based agreement between the owners of musical works, the users of the works, and the statutory regulators on the need of the industry to close ranks and have one formidable national collective management organization to promote and protect the copyright practitioners in the Nigerian music industry. Now, let's go further. Let's look at COSON and what is it that COSON really does. Now, according to a statement on their website, it reads, "We administer performing and mechanical rights on behalf of our members. We do so by licensing music users, such as television and radio broadcasters, live music venues, retailers, restaurants, promoters, and shopping centers through the collection of license fees, which are then distributed as royalties. Membership of COSON is open to all owners of copyright or neighboring rights in musical works or sound recordings. Upon takeoff, COSON acquired the membership of most of the celebrated icons of Nigeria's evergreen sounds, like Ebenezer Obey, Victor Uwaifo, Onyeka Onwenu, Dan Mare Jos, Christy Essien Igbokwe, etc., as well as the trailblazers of Nigeria's music of the new millennium, such as Two-Face, Timaya, J. Martins, LD, Omowumi, Olu Martins, Nice, Rugged Man, Sam Sultan, DJ Stramborella, Two Shorts, and hundreds of others. COSON makes sure that we never have a world without music. That's according to a statement on their website too. And it goes on to say that by making it easy for those who need music to have access to it, and ensuring that those who create the beautiful music we love to listen to receive appropriate compensation for their ingenuity. Okay, so it says that COSON helps creativity to continue and the world is a better place. Now, the quote goes on, while we say let the music play, COSON also says let the music pay. Now, I love these quotes so much from the website of COSON. Now, so who are those behind the movement and the operation of COSON? So COSON has a board of directors, and the board of directors has Chief Tony Okoroji as the chairman of the board. Chief Tony Okoroji is a one-time creative person in Nigeria. I think he was a musician also back in the day. Okay, and the members of the board are Azizat Allen, John E. Udu Bunam, Dr. Adewale Ayuba. You know Dr. Adewale Ayuba, the guy who's into is it Fuji music they call it, or Afro Juju? Yeah, one of those two genre. Then you also have Kenny St. Brown as a board member. You know Kenny St. Brown, the one who sang Baba Girl Turn Me Around. That's Kenny Ogungwe's sister. We also have Uche Emeka Paul, Richard Cole, Sir Shina Peters. Sir Shina Peters, the big hitter in the 80s, the one who sang this Afro Juju album that was really, really popular. We also have engineer Sharon Wilson, Maureen Uso. So these are members of the board of directors. Now the management team will have Chinedu Chukwuji, Bernice Eriemege, Isa Aruna, Vincent Adawaisi, Tolulokwe Balogun, Simi Wash Pam, and Okomi. Alright, now let's get back into what COSON is really all about. Now, COSON has, in carrying out its business, it has some categories of people that it attends to. So it attends to what we call music creators and music users. So here's what they define or they classify as a music creator. So just before I tell you what they mean as a music creator, let me just read this to you. It says, a lot of people play significant roles in bringing that great piece of music that you enjoy to the public. And COSON is charged with protecting the rights of everyone involved in the creating of musical works and sound recordings in Nigeria. These people are the composers, authors, songwriters, record labels, and music publisher. To qualify for membership into COSON, your works must be active. This means that they must have been recorded commercially, performed in public, or have been broadcast on television channels or on radio stations. So guys, when I was researching this topic, this is one factor of entrance into COSON that really touched me. So if you're an up-and-coming artist and your works are not pushed out yet, I'm afraid you cannot be a member of COSON. So for your works to be represented by COSON, you must have done some hard work on your part. You know, in my previous video, I talked about performance rights and mechanical rights. Okay, so if your work is being reproduced to some extent, then you can get mechanical rights on that. All right, or it's being played on played in radio stations or in television channels, you can also get royalties for that. So a composer is someone who writes and directs original music used to produce various types of media entertainment, from composing the beautiful music for songs to the composition of the underlying music played in a jingle or movie. Composers are key components in the music industry. Okay, so if you write and create original music in a fixed form, then you're a composer. Also note that composers of music have numerous rights within their composition. COSON administers what is known as performing rights and controls the usage of your song in public or commercial places/settings. COSON also administers your mechanical right. Now take note of this. COSON administers both performing rights and mechanical rights. In case you missed my previous video and you do not know what a mechanical right is, mechanical right simply means the right you get from having your works reproduced in whatever form, whether in CD form, in cassettes, so long as they're being reproduced by an organization or by someone, those people should pay a licensing fee to COSON, and COSON in return pays you, the composer or the creator of such work. Okay, now then of course you know the performing right is a right you get when your song is performed, whether on radio, in television stations, on stage, in venues, in public places, the aircraft, or wherever. As a composer, COSON ensures that a license is issued to music users prior to the exploitation of your works. The licensing fees make up the royalties, which are then collected and they are distributed back to the creators. Okay, so now who is a lyricist/author? It is generally accepted that lyrics give meaning to each piece of music. If you weave words into melodies and create lyrics that accompany music, then you are a music author, all right, or you're a lyricist. and as such, you are entitled to be paid royalties upon the usage of your works. So who's a music publisher? Music publishers ensure that the world gets to hear your composition. It is the job of the music publisher to connect you to record labels A&R executive to listen to the recording of indie artists. The label then provides the funds needed to execute the artist's project, and this is the difference between the publisher and the record label. Okay, now the record label, like I said, then provides the funds needed to execute the artist's project. The publisher also exploits the song in ways such as having it as the soundtrack to a game, being used in an advert, a movie, or a documentary. Music publishers most times help music creators get their fair dealings whenever their works are used in those platforms. As a music publisher or record label, you can become a COSON member and earn royalties from the public exploitation of the music in your catalog. And of course, if that catalog has been commercially recorded and published, and the creators of the music are members of COSON or one of the international partners of COSON. So we've looked at 4 categories of creators that COSON recognizes. So you have the composer, the lyricist, then you have the publisher, you have the record labels. All these group of people have rights in the work that are copyrighted to them. Now let's look at how to apply for membership to COSON. Now to get started with your membership, you follow the processes. Go on to the official website of COSON, then you download the application forms, and your forms are then scanned and submitted along with the required documents. Now, like I stated in my previous videos, I think it's time for COSON to grow, and outlive this archaic method of becoming member of their organizations. In other countries, in the United States for instance, to become a member of BMI or some other PRO, it's so easy. All you need to do is log on to the website, fill the forms right there online, and in less than 5 minutes, voila, you're done. You're a member. But with COSON, we have to do it the old-fashioned way. Now, COSON gives us, COSON also recognizes a group of persons on the other side of the divide. So we have music creators. I've dealt with that. So music creators, that's where you look at the lyricist, the author, the record labels, the publishers. Now there's also what is called the users. Now the users, on the other hand, do not get access to royalty. Instead, they are the ones who consume music, and they are the ones that should pay for it. So this is where the royalties come from. Pubs, live music venues, shopping malls, supermarkets, shops, gyms, banking halls, commercial buses and taxis, airport lounges, digital service providers, brand activation companies, parks, websites, blogs, etc. All these fall into the category of song users. Why are they called song users? Because music is displayed through these channels. So music is consumed through these channels. So they're all regarded as song users. The musical works and sound recordings you are playing in the course of doing your business belong to music creators or copyright holders who have written, created, performed, or published the works. As a music user, you need a music copyright license to use or play music in your business or facility. As a music creator and copyright holders needs to be paid. I love this. They need to be paid. I agree. Now, COSON helps music creators by licensing their works and collecting the licensing fees from music users like you. I mean you out there who plays music publicly to consumers. And these fees are then paid to the creators as royalties. Okay? The licensing fees differ depending on what you use the music for. Now, I was touched by this one too. So, if I'm playing music to an audience of 50, for instance, the licensing fees that I'm supposed to pay will not be at an equilibrium level with someone who dishes out music to, let's say, an audience of about 100 or 1,000 people. Okay, so the licensing fees differ depending on what you use music for. Okay, so now let's go on there. Let's ask a vital question. What is music license? Okay, or what is a music copyright license? Music copyright license is the permission or authorization to use music in your business or facility. Okay, the COSON music copyright license permits or authorizes music users to use or play music publicly at their businesses or facilities. The money, as we all know already by now, the money collected from music users are called licensing fees. These fees are then distributed to music creators as royalties. Now, depending on your type of business and how music is deployed in your business, license fees are usually not the same. Okay, so different kinds of music users would require different types of license. Now, what are the benefits of supporting music creators? So by supporting music creators, you are helping to create a healthy music industry and ensuring that the people who create music reap the benefits of having the song that you play in your establishment. Now, by paying your licensing fees, you are sending a positive message to music creators who will be more inclined to perform at your establishment and support your business. Now, another big question: who really needs a COSON license? All right, so any venue or business that plays background, recorded, broadcast, or live music in public must get a music license from COSON. Okay, these include businesses and people such as the following, and they are radio stations, television stations, satellite/cable TV operators, hotels and similar establishment, brand activation companies, shopping malls, cinemas, concerts, nightclubs, restaurants, retail stores, mobile DJs, buses and taxis, music venues, airports, lounges, any place where music is used commercially or publicly. Now, as a final one or a final note, let me leave you with this. The Nigerian Copyright Act provides that copyright is infringed by any person who, without license of or authorization, performs, broadcasts, or communicates to the public a musical work or sound recording as applicable in which copyright subsists. All right, so guys, that's as much I could get on COSON. So a summary of the whole of this discussion is that COSON is the other PRO in Nigeria that administers royalties. The major difference, what I got here, the major difference between COSON and MCSN, the Musical Copyright Society of Nigeria, is that COSON is strictly restricted to collection of musical royalties. That is both performing royalties and mechanical royalties. While MCSN, on the other hand, collects royalties in musical works and other creative works. Then they also register copyrights. So if you look at it, MCSN performs both the role of COSON and also performs the role of NCC. Now I can understand why there was some kind of commotion between these three organizations, okay, in time past. All right. Now, this is what I think. I think it will be most healthy for the sake of competition and fair play if these organizations are given specific duties and functions to stick to. So I think, personally, MCSN will be doing too much by granting copyrights, by administering royalties for any kind of creative work, including literary works, musical works, and artistic works, okay? And then also performing or giving royalties as regards music. So I feel there should be some kind of delineation. You know, if these things are well set out, then there won't be any need to fight. But all the same, the government knows better for granting all these rights to MCSN. In the long run, I wish MCN the best of luck, and I wish COSON the best of luck. So guys, the choice lies in your hands. These are the two major PRO organizations in Nigeria, so you go for the one you want. As for MCSN, you can get your copyright with them, and you can also get royalties with them. Then if you decide to say, okay, no, I'm not going with MCSN, you can get your copyright from NCC, after which you move on to COSON to have your royalties administered. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for sticking around. As always, please support your boy. It's OV Mark here. Support your boy, support the channel, Artified Optimist. Make sure you share this video, share it, make sure it goes viral, and please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell icon so that anytime I drop new bangers like this, you can always be the first to have access to them. All right, and any suggestions you have, please drop them below in the comment section, and if there are more videos or more posts you would like me to work on, also drop them in the comment section. All right, so hopefully next week we're going to be working on some other sets of videos. I have 1 or 2 more topics I would like to talk about next week, so guys, stick around, watch out for them. Okay, they're coming up real hot. All right, so that's it for now. Catch ya.